And being a person that grew up poor, a lot of it when I was first going, like I said, racism wasn't a thing that my mind got.
Yep.
And so when someone said, when you grow up, what's your race? And I'm like, oh, I'm poor. And they're like, no, your race. And I'm like, yeah, that's my, like, everybody I know I hang around, we're all poor. That's what we are collectively. Right. And they're like, well, how do you know that? And I'm like, well, if you're eating cereal out of a Cool Whip bowl that's stained with spaghetti sauce, you're poor. And the rest of your friends do that too. It's kind of this process. And it comes from people who don't know what to do.
Oh,
teaching people that don't know what to do, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. Like, I knew I was poor when, that's the thing about, like, TV. Like, you're watching TV and, like, okay, Santa Claus, right?
Yeah.
Like, I knew about Santa Claus because, we didn't have chimneys.
Right.
I'm, like, looking outside. I remember standing outside of the apartment looking up, and I was like, well, how is Santa gonna get in that little tiny vent right there? So, things like that. But as far as poor goes, I always knew I was poor because syrup bread. Does anybody remember syrup bread? Like, syrup bread was so good. And I'll tell you how I know even more so that I was poor, because we couldn't even afford Aunt Jemima syrup. We had to get Alaga. I don't even know how to say that.
So explain to people what syrup bread is, because I don't think they know what you're talking about.
Okay, syrup bread is when you you take bread and you put on a plate, and then you take some syrup. And if you're lucky and you got butter, you want to put a little butter on that bread, and then you dip the bread into syrup, and then you eat it. It's delicious.
Yeah, and when you're
using
hungry,
Alaga syrup, that's awful.
And when you're hungry, it's amazing.
It's amazing. And if I was lucky and there was cinnamon in the house, I'd make cinnamon bread.
Oh yeah, cinnamon toast bread.
So sugar, cinnamon.
Like
butter.
For me, like for whatever reason, my mom was a hot dog macaroni and cheese person.
Okay.
So like, if I could get a peanut butter and jelly on a hot dog bun, like I was breaking all the rules.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Back that up.
Yes.
Did you just say PB&J and hot dog?
No, not and hot dog. It's just the bun.
The bun. Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
No, not adding the processed meats.
But so you could afford hot dog buns.
Yeah,
you were rich.
Yeah, it was like 10 for 89 cents.
Oh man, you guys are ballers.
Yeah, don't hate the player. Just hate the game. All right.